Welcome, everybody. This is Scott Paton, the Dean of Blogonomics and Podology, and this is Internet Marketing Unleashed. And each week or so, I get one of my friends who come on and talk about internet marketing. And of course, one of the most important parts of internet marketing is graphic design. If you don't have stuff that looks great, people go, and they leave. Nowhere is that more important than if, for example, you're making a book cover or thumbnails for your YouTube videos. So with that, I'm really excited to bring on today's guest. She's an excellent, successful illustrator and graphic designer, graphic artist, and she's going to be talking about some of the work that she's done and what she can do for you. And if you are interested in being a illustrator, how you can grow your market and promote yourself. So with that, welcome to the show, Sanghamitra Dasgupta. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So where are you?
I'm currently now in my house, which is in Kolkata, South Kolkata, India. Lockdown.
Awesome. I've been to
Yeah.
Calcutta. I was there like
Wow, really?
40 years ago.
Wow, that's a
Yeah, it
long
was a
time.
long time ago. And I'm right now in Medellin, Colombia. So I'm really excited to have you
Wow.
on. Tell us a little bit about how you got into design and illustrating.
Well, actually, I have started my journey as a professional artist. I have started my journey from like in 1990s, from that time. But I have started drawing and illustration when I was like at the age of 5. And I did some artworks for local magazines, local newspapers because I love to draw. And this that helps me to grow interest in artwork and in illustrations, graphics, everything. So after finishing my graduation, I like took a like certificate course because in those days you need to have a certificate course if you want to get a job in the graphic design industry or the illustration industry here in India. So I took the course, and after 3 years of that, I started my first job as a graphic designer in a company. And then I joined other companies as a graphic designer. But later on, my whole focus was completely on the illustration because I love drawing. So I joined some of the national magazines. One of them, unfortunately, they have closed now because of their issues, some issues. But the other one is still running. I have joined them, and then I have jumped to the international market. So this is how my career goes. I have seen so much ups and downs because in between of this illustration journey, I was like doing as a teacher, as a teaching profession, but that didn't go well. So there are so many ups and downs in my career.
Yeah, there's when you're an entrepreneur, there's always ups and downs, and we just have to find ways to solve those problems. So what I'd like to do now is I'm going to bring on one of the book covers that you just finished completing, and I think it's spectacular. And there it is. You matter. I can make a difference. So tell us a little bit about how this came about and how you got.
Actually, this book is actually written by Mr. Cornelius Kirk, who always works on these things. Like he wants to inspire people. Like every life matters. That is the current issue of the ongoing world. Every life matters, and you can make the difference. So he always took these matters in his hand, and he likes to inspire people. So he thought to wrote a book about this topic. So at the very beginning, we already made one cover where the person who is coming to a college or school, and there are students surrounding him, and he's like walking with a with an independence grace in his face. But later, then he changed his mind and he asked me like, "What about you can make? Can you make my own picture? Can you make my own profile picture as a book cover?" So I said, yeah, okay, sure. So this is actually his profile picture. If you go through his Instagram profile picture, this is actually his profile picture. So he wants himself to be on the cover, like he is saying, everybody, I know you matter and you can make a difference. So this is how this idea came.
Nice, wonderful. Um, so tell us a little bit of your plans moving forward. What type of illustrations do you prefer doing? Do you like doing drawings like this, or other types?
Actually, I do different types of drawings because that depends on the like authors or the publishers. Actually, I'm working with so many publishers, so many independent authors, and everybody has their own demands. So whether it could be like a youth novel, whether it could be a children's book, and currently I'm working on some movies storyboarding, Hollywood movies. One of them is like on the in between of the shoot, and I'm also the associate producer of that movie. And the second one is like the storyboarding part is continue going on, so I'm doing also that.
Nice. That's fat. That's awesome. I'm going to show another one of your covers. I haven't told you about this one. I
This
haven't.
one,
This is, yeah. I think this is just beautiful.
yeah. Actually, this book just recently got released. A brown skin, pinky hair girl. That's me. It is about a story of a little girl. Actually, the author wants to show her daughter in this book, and she wants to show like what she thinks of her in her daily life. That they are actually they are in brown skin, and their life always matters also. So she wants to show this, and in a children's story book. So this is the cover of my latest book, which is already got published, I think, last week.
Oh, nice. Good timing then.
Yeah,
So is
yeah,
it
yeah.
available? Is it available on Amazon?
Yeah, it is currently available on Amazon as an ebook on paper and paperback, and will recently be available on Barnes and Noble too.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about your process for creating, like how you decide where the trees go and where the girl goes and the buildings, and is there a
Yeah,
formula that you
yeah,
use?
yeah. When no, no, when any author approach me, I always ask them to give me a synopsis of the story, like the idea, what you want for the cover. And they send me their manuscripts, sometimes their ideas. So I said, okay, let me read the whole story, let me read the your synopsis and everything, and let me create a rough sketch first. So I always do a rough sketch and show them first. Once they approve the sketch, I do the final version of drafting, like the final sketching and the coloring.
So do you use any softwares for creating your art?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Nowadays, I do basically the in Photoshop and Illustrator. And I think last year I did some in like Sketchbook Pro. That is also a very good software for drawing.
Oh, cool. Cool. Well, let's just see if we can find one more book cover. Come down, Mr. Jangles.
Yeah, come down, Mr. Jangles. Actually, I want to say something. This book cover and this story was in yesterday's news on BBC Radio UK, and they have
Wow.
already promoted this book. And it is actually there are so many parts of the story. Come down, Mr. Jangles, and there are so many. I already did three, and the fourth book I already finished the cover. The story is now in under the process of like editing and everything. So I will start working on the fourth one.
Nice. So she's doing a series of books about Mr. Jangles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice. That's, yeah, awesome. So do you know how she was able to get on the BBC?
Actually, I think the author herself, she's from UK, and there are some like campaigns going on from BBC, like they want to promote some kids' book if there are any more readers who actually are reading the books and they want to share their experiences with the others. So I think she reached to some of the readers because she is doing some book signings and everything. And from there, she reached to BBC, and our book was there in yesterday's morning show. I think I have shared also the link of the BBC show of yesterday in my Facebook.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So if anyone watching has any questions for our guest, Sanghamrita, then just feel free to put them in the comments and I'll pass them on to her. And this is really exciting. So what are you working on right now? I imagine it's not on
Uh,
your Instagram.
No, 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 no. It's not there in Instagram. I'm currently working like almost like 20 books with different publishers and authors. And I'm also working with UNOP Afghanistan on their project because they are working on the kids' education of Afghanistan. And we are doing some comic books. That's only I can say here right now. One
Oh,
of them
nice.
is almost like 70% is complete, and also I'm doing some, as I already mentioned, I'm also doing some movie scripts like storyboarding, and the scenes are like halfway done. One of the movie shooting is halfway done.
Storyboarding has always been fascinating to me. How did you get
Yeah.
involved with that?
Well, first I got an offer from a producer director who is from Australia actually, and he's looking for a storyboard artist, and he liked my work, so he approached me, and he asked me to do some story. It is actually a thriller movie. Him, the title called Him. And after seeing my work and how, if you follow my Facebook post, I always try to promote each other's work, like whatever I am doing, with whom I associate and everything. He asked me, "Will you be like the associate producer of this film?" So I said, "Okay, no problem." So I am now the associate producer of the film, and we are doing work. And when I shared this film storyboard on some film pages, some other filmmakers they offered me, and even I got offered from a South African filmmaker, and he's working on his script, and he will contact me soon on like for going process of the like storyboarding and everything.
Nice. So it's really important to just get your work out there so people can see the quality, and then you're going to attract those people that
Yeah,
really like what you're doing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's always I say to other people, the like whoever asks me, and they are when they are asking me for the help, I always tell them two things like uh, just create more work, like build your portfolio and share your work as much as possible on the social media platforms, because that is where when people came and they saw your work, and if they like it, they will definitely approach you.
right. Awesome. So we're going to show one more. And the reason I picked
Mhm.
this one is because it's not a drawing. And I just wanted to show some of your versatility.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, this is a book cover of my very good friend, and she's like a family.
Hmm.
So when I met her, I immediately know that she can write a book. Basically, I saw the potentiality in her. So I approached her and told her, "Why don't you write? Why don't you write?" So she said, "Okay, then let me try." So I said, "Don't worry about the cover. I will make the cover for you." So this is actually a semi-autobiography,
Wow.
and yeah, semi-autobiography where she's like sharing her journey, her experiences, everything. So I made this cover for her. Actually, this book is going to release on 1st October, and this 1st October, and it is currently available on pre-order right now.
Right. Wonderful. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful cover. I think you did an amazing job.
Thank you, thank you. I did like the first time, and she loved the cover.
Right. So you created the you created so basically you took different aspects of photographs, put them all together to create the cover,
Yes,
right?
yes. I edited them with the special effects and everything, like the graphic design part. I used my graphic design skills here, and I made this.
Nice. Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. It's just been wonderful having you. And if somebody wants to know more about the work that you do or see some more samples of your work, obviously Instagram, I have that link right here, Creative Art Shop. Um,
Yes.
but is there any other places that you want people to go to find out more about the work that you do?
Actually, I always post my work on my Instagram, and this Instagram page is always linked to my Facebook profile, which is Sanghamitra Dasgupta, or they can search with the name SGOD Firenze. Unfortunately, Facebook has blocked me permanently on that name, so I can't change the name. So SGOD
Right.
Firenze, or Sanghamitra Dasgupta, they will see a profile picture of me like this to the top, and they can also see my works over there.
Wonderful. Great. Well, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate you spending time on your busy day sharing all this wonderful information about graphic design and arts and covers for books. And um,
Thank you.
I've been working with a number
Yeah,
of authors on at www.free-ebooks.com, and
yeah.
hopefully they'll be watching and they'll get a hold of you to make some covers for them as well.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say one thing. If anyone wants to go with the internet marketing, always keep in mind, build your portfolio, work on yourself, create more things, improve your work styles, and share as many as possible on the social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and there are any others like I use some of them like Behance, Upwork. There are so many platforms where you can share your work. You can share the work links over there so that you can reach to many people, as many as possible.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for being on. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is Internet Marketing Unleashed. I'm your host, Scott Paton, the Dean of Blogonomics and Podology, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.